Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Claire, this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today I'm sat on the floor at the front of my bay window, and we're going to be constructing my Christmas tree. Now I have just checked, because this is my third year using this, but I have just checked to see whether this is still available, and it is. I'm going to show you a picture off my tablet. I hope you can. So it's a Kensington Christmas tree with droplets. Mine's a 6'5", but they do 4 foot and they do 7.5 foot. But this is a 6.5. And this cost $99.99. The 7.5 costs $129.99 and the 4 foot costs $39.99. What I really like, because as I've just said, it's a droplet tree, and what I really like about this tree is it's one that you build in, basically, you know, when you put your branches in. And it's quite time consuming, and it will take me some time, but it is a whopper. It's beautiful. It's amazing when it's all fluffed, and it has these amazing little droplets on the ends. Not on all the ends, but can you see as well? You've got battle brush texture, you've got your normal evergreen texture, you've got different types of spruce and winter foliage on this tree, and it is a stunner, guys. So it's from the range. I'm not sure if you can pick it up anywhere else. I just know that that's where I got this from. My third year using it, and I absolutely love it. My bay window is quite a big bay window. This fills it. It is huge. But absolutely beautiful, and I saved for this tree. I went in the range 3 years ago. I have been in since, and I'd been in before, but you know, at the particular time I'd gone in and I saw this tree and I just fell in love with it. It's the tree of my dreams, and I said I'm going to have that tree, and I saved for it, and I got it. So today I've only put my first two bottom layers on, because today I'm gonna this really is a video, because we all know how to put our trees up and stuff, but this is how to get the best out of your tree, you know. I don't know how I'm gonna film it, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but what can you see? Yeah, so it's just getting the best how to fluff it, you know, to make it look fuller. I will just say this, I did in my flat, you know about my first Christmas tree, because I've turned it into a door hanger. It was a 3 foot Christmas tree. You know, my love for dressing Christmas trees spans for many years, decades actually. And when I was 19 and I got my first flat and I got my first Christmas tree, it was only 3 foot, but I could make it look at least 4.5 by the way I dressed it and stuff. This tree, however, doesn't need to be made to be any bigger than what it is. You know, it really is ample. But I just want to show you how to get the best out of your Christmas tree, and it starts with getting it together and fluffing it. So I'm not going to make you go through all of this, you know, once I've shown you some tips, and lighting it as well, guys, because I believe, you know, I like my eye to draw into the tree, you know, so we'll do that as well today. At the end of this video, may well be you know, it may well be getting dark, because it is time consuming, this tree, but I always set myself the time, or it might even be the next day, we just don't know. But let's crack on for now, and like I say, it's just to get the best out of your your Christmas tree, and to make it look full and you know, to make it look good. So I don't know, as you know, I'm not one for messing with cameras, so I'm not sure what you can see. So that's that branch, that's that branch, you can see this branch. Okay, so basically I'm just going to go along. In fact, I'm going to go with this first one that's in front of me. I'm just going to go along, and what I like to do, guys, is I like to touch every single, and this is why it's so time consuming, because I'm going to touch every single branch that are on these individual branches, and I'm going to, I turn them up, I turn them out, I span them out, you know, like a hand type thing, so that hopefully by the end of the fluffing process you won't be left with many gaps, if any gaps. What I will say to you guys as well is, like, my tree is in front of a bay window, which is bringing light in, isn't it? So bear that in mind. Your tree is gonna, you know, when you're fluffing and stuff, your tree is gonna be in front of that window, and so light is gonna come through, you know. So whatever gaps there are, you know, where you haven't fluffed or you haven't filled in when you've decorated and stuff, it will show. So that's one thing to bear in mind, you know, when you place it in front of a light source, which in my case is the bay window. So back to fluffing. So I literally just touch every single branch, and that's really quite nice and full. So I'll move on to this one now, and like I say, we'll not, you know, you're not going to sit there for the entire time of me doing even just these two bottom layers, because what I'll do is I will buzz off and come back when I have fluffed it, and then we'll do the lights, you know. And this isn't foolproof, you know. You may, when you've completed it all and you start to decorate, you may need to adjust the odd branch or two, but to be honest with you, you know, it gives it a really good head start to make it look full. So I'll just turn it and move on to these. And once you get into a rhythm, you know, it's quite you know what you're doing with it. So you want branches up, you want them out, and if you like, you can have them down. I don't tend to do the down so much, because the ones that you pointed up will cover that area, if you know what I mean. You know, you're spreading them out from side to side and upwards, and then the bottom of the other branch, you know, so I don't ever feel the need to have to pull them down. But I suppose really it depends on what tree you have, but not with this one for me. So I'll do one more branch, and then I will go off and I will fluff these two lower tiers, and then I'll come back because I am going to start lighting it. Maybe actually I'll see. And I'll just show you now, just those two tiers, how full they look just by you know, doing that, just by touching each branch. bringing it out, bringing it forward, bringing it up. You know, I do love this tree, guys. I really do. And these droplets on it, can you see them? And then they light up. Yeah, but not, they don't light up because there's lights in them, but you know when you've got your lights on, they glisten. So I'll go off and I'll do this and I'll come right back. Right guys, so I've fluffed these first 2 layers up. I'm not putting them all on because of the way that I light it. So I've fluffed and generally I would normally just do 1 layer, light it, 2nd layer, fluff and light. So so I'm just gonna put you down and just show you how I light my tree. And it does take a lot more lights than, I can't remember the general rule of thumb, but it's something like 100 lights per foot, maybe, not too sure about that, don't quote me on it. 100 lights per foot, I'm not sure. However, I'm just going to show you how I like to light my tree, and it's basically so that you know the lights just aren't on the outside of the tree or even just nestled on the, you know, they're right inside, right up to that trunk of the tree. I also, my socket is here, but I have to use one of those 4-plug extensions because I will have 4 sets of lights on this tree. I'm not sure how many lights there are. I just know there's a heck of a lot. So, and I always store them on a piece of cardboard, and it tells me on the cardboard where from the tree these lights have come. I seem quite organised, don't I? But I'm not really. It just saves a lot of messing about. So by the time I get here, because as I say, I'm not really into messing with cameras, so so what I've done is the end lead is going to come to this plug, you know. So I've taken it as close to that plug as I can get it because I don't want wires everywhere. I know I'm going to have some wires, and what I've done is I've started right inside towards that trunk with my lights. I'm coming out down this branch, you know, and go in between the way you've fluffed it, go in between that, and then I go right back on the same branch, right back again with those lights. And this is time consuming, guys, and very tedious, but well worth it. And then I jump to the next branch, the next lower branch on the same tier, and I come, I've not even been showing you, have I? And I come down this branch and down one side of that branch. Can you see? Bring it to the end, wind it through your branches, bring it through the end, and then go back. And you know, I've seen this done a fair few ways, and people wrap them around the branches. You don't need to, just wind it in. And to the back again. So I've got lights from the trunk out to the tips virtually. I'm not going to turn this, so I'll show you again. I'll have to scooch across, guys. So I'm already at the back of the tree because that's how I ended. And now I'm jumping to the next lower branch on the first tier, and I'm doing exactly the same, winding those lights in, winding them round those branches on the ends, and then I'm going back in, taking the lights back in. Right to the back, and then I'll just twist it. Can you see that? Can you see how it's glistening in there? Now some people wouldn't like that maybe because it's lighting your trunk up, but I do. That's the way I do it. But we're all different and we all like different ways and ways of doing things. And so I'm going on to my next branch now. Come up, wind it round. Now I can't be moving the tree so much because that's where my power point is, so I'm going to have to flick off and come back when I've got this on. But I'm hoping that I'm coming across okay and that you're getting the gist of lighting your tree. Okay guys, and I think it looks lovely that you can see, you know, within the tree. So when I come, oh sorry guys, you have to excuse all this behind me. You should see the state. Look, I'll show you. I'm completely upside down. The amount of Christmas stuff. My friend and neighbour's just been across. She went, you've got a lot of Christmas stuff, haven't you? I have. So I will buzz off. I'm going to get these first 2 layers done. I'm going to see how much of this I have left. And then I'm going to, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. And I'll see you, I'll see you on the other side, and you'll see how lovely and full this tree is. It really is a beautiful tree. Beautiful tree. You'll see how beautiful it is and how well it lights up and stuff. And those, you know, when I was talking to you about those droplets on it, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, can you see them? They're just lovely. So that's me, and I'll see you, I don't know, it may be sometime. So I'm just about finished. That's obviously, I've not decorated it. The light's failing now anyway, but I'm glad in a way because you can see how I'm going to have to take a big step back so that you can see how. See, I can't even get it all on. Can you see? It really is a huge tree. Beautiful. I don't know how wide it is, guys, but you know, it does. If I set my thingy down there, it's the nicest tree that I've ever owned. And like I say, I saved for that, and it comes from, sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my thingy. It comes from the range. And all that needs to be done is to dress it, which obviously I'm going to bring you with me on that. So I think I'm going to have to come back tomorrow, because if there's not long enough to do it now with the daylight and stuff. I will put a tree skirt underneath. It has taken the 4 sets of lights, however some of them were surplus, so I just went literally round the tree. But show you those droplets, you see, it's beautiful, isn't it? I love it. Absolutely love it. This is where I've gone round, because usually and can you see how your eye gets drawn right in to the back? So you go in and there's not that many gaps of daylight coming through, considering it's in the window, but you can see those lights right the way through. It's very time consuming, it's very tedious, and my arms are scratched to high heaven, but it's worth it. And I can't wait to show you. Can't wait to show you when we decorate it. I've got some lovely things for it. Okay guys, so I'm going to take you to the table actually, because I'm not just going to close it out. And I have got the garland to show you as well. I've installed the garland, but I've not dressed that. I've dressed it to part way. I'll take you out now. I've not got that lit. As in, I've put these in it. These and this. But yeah, and I have got lights on it, but I've not lit it. It's not lit now. And all I'm going to put in there is red and white berries, because that's all I want in it, I think. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm back guys. So like I say, it's getting too, well, it's not dark, but it's not light, and you know, it's dusk. So what I'll do is I'll possibly be back over the weekend. I've got a dry mouth, I need a drink. I'll possibly be back over the weekend, and we'll decorate the tree, because I really need to get all this sorted out. It's doing my head in now. It's hanging around all these boxes. And obviously I emptied the bay window where it was stacked neat and tidy, and now it's everywhere. So sorry, at least I can get the Christmas tree box away, and the light box, and the garland box. So that's 3 boxes going back in the loft. My partner will be pleased. So I'll be back over the weekend, and I'm really pleased with the way it's fluffed and the way that it's lit. I have also dressed my other little tree over there. I'm not too keen on it. I think I'm going to change that up. So I'll let you have a look at that as well when we've got better daylight. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.